Oh, you can't hear me. Okay, good. Hello, everybody. Always get that one viewer that's always there, but I feel like they never talk in chat. I wonder if I know that person personally. Probably. What's up, Florida Metal? How are you? Ooh, thank you! 7 months in a row now. I'm not even gonna write anything down. You got so many that I still owe you. It doesn't even matter. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh my god. Thank you. I appreciate you. I had a real blast on Sunday. That was awesome. It was really good. And the bands were good, you know. Of course, I have my opinions, but all in all, good show, you know. Right, sweetie? Ow! If you guys could see her there. Maybe I gotta turn it just a little bit. There's the sweetie. Sweetie, you're on there. They can see you. Yeah, they can see you, sweetie. Fucking microphone and shit, whatever. See her? Sweetie, you sleeping? No. You're not sleeping? Sweetie, are you sleeping? You're not sleeping. Are you staring at me? What's over there? This shit too, though. Sorry, that's my my pillow vibrating thing on my chair. I love it. It's good for my back. Now, this weather has been absolutely wonderful. I am so excited about it. I know it's not going to stay like this probably. It's just going to get like that for a while in end of December. But yeah, it's cool. It's really nice. But for now, I'm just very grateful, you know. I'm just grateful for the weather. I don't care how long it stays. Just every day that it's cool, I'm like, oh, yes, yes. Stay this way. Other than that, what's new, Florida Metal? Anything new? Doing good at your job and everything? How's your back feeling? Okay, it's good. Okay, so at least not bad. Yeah. Well, at least you had a pretty good spot, you know, during the show. Didn't really have to stand the whole time, which is really good. I really like that New Orpheum. That's a great venue. I like that. I think that's almost better than the old one. That's what I think. That is cool. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. Well, let me know. Let me know. What are the news? I want to know. If you're okay with that. If you're okay with sharing. Yeah, it's nice. I really just do wonder how they would handle that if it's raining. Granted, it's, you know, there's the cover, but, I mean, if it's like a heavy Florida rain, I don't know if that would really do the job, you know? I don't know. I mean, we will be fine. You know, we have the cover under the bar, and we can also just run inside, you know? So, yeah. I mean, but, you know, if the equipment can be destroyed, you know? That's the thing. If it's too bad. Hi, Kenjin. Yeah. Yeah, I know, but then all the amps would fucking be destroyed, you know? I don't know. I think that's a good idea, you know? I'm trying to best positions to sit in with my new chair, but leaning back is not really a thing. Because maybe it's because I don't know. Oh, it's that pillow on my back. But I need it there. Can you guys hear it? What? I know you meant to say what else, but you forgot to type the word what, but I figured it out very quickly. Confidential Melody. Hello, how are you? Confidential Melody. That's an interesting name. So what is it, Kenjin? What would be the other thing? You gotta say it. See, I can't lean back. Just try this pizza. What pizza? I'm good. Tired. Had a long weekend. Had like 2 hangovers in the weekend. Whatever. I don't care. But other than that, I feel fine. You don't have to do that. What you can do is, it depends on what kind of reading you want. If you want a 3-card reading, you can just spend crystals here on Twitch for a 3-card reading. If you want a 1-card reading, I do that free. If you want a 10-card reading, you can just subscribe to me, and then you get a 10-card reading. Plus, if you subscribe to me, you get to use the emotes that I designed, and you get no ad breaks, which just that fact is a good thing to subscribe, you know. So I suggest, if you want a 10-card reading, that you subscribe to me. you know, and then you get a 10 card reading, and you get, there's no ads in between, like no interruptions, and you can use all the emotes in chat. And yeah, you know, I love that apple cider, but it was really true. Like, one was plenty. I really didn't want to have any more after that. That stuff is so... Sweetie. She responds to me immediately. Sweetie, apple cider is good. Yeah, it is. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is my familiar, my actual familiar right here. Right, sweetie? Oh, sweetie. Thank you, Melody. Woo! What the fuck are you talking about? Yo, gotta go. Okay. Or GG. Good game. All right, Melody. Now, is there anything in particular that you would like to inquire about? Because there is a final outcome card that we can apply to whatever it is that you would like to know about. Sweetie, you stop cleaning yourself right there in the middle. Sweetie, you're silly. Admit it already. Azam? That's their name? Azam? Okay. We'll see. I always tell people, I warn them, you know, because it can very well not tell me anything about that, and it can tell me something completely different, okay? But we're going to shoot for that. So I already shuffled those cards very much earlier. Oh, and my camera just broke down. It's okay. I'm going to fix it. It's ridiculous. Let me just check on that right quick. Huh? What's wrong here? That's not it then. Okay. Ah, okay, that's the one. Okay, first of all, let's close this. There. We are in business. Oh, why did that happen? Oh, wow, that's pretty ridiculous. That's bull. Alright, fine. Doesn't matter. It actually does matter. Ah, okay. Sorry about that, Melody. I don't know what the fuck suddenly this is, you know? Everything fine, and then this happens. Of course. Alright. think for now we can just live with that for now. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. Well, at least I fixed it quickly and all the cards are in view. So, we will begin with, what is currently going on in your life. Okay, that is what we're going to look at first. Oh, okay. So, the Queen of Pentacles. So, it looks like currently in your life, you are in your financial status is good. You are in good wealth, and you are very gracious with your wealth. You're very there's luxury affluence, and you're a gracious hostess, charity and generosity. Okay, so that's really good. You're very generous with your wealth. You share it with others, so that people really have a good feeling about you in general. We can already say that. Okay, moving on. What happened in the past, okay? Oh. Okay, so the Empress inverted. So in the past, there was a time of infidelity, infertility, okay? And it was not a good time. It was a time of domestic strife, okay? And it was really, it was concerning you a lot, and it was a very stressful thing, and there was a lot of anxiety. That was something about a specific thing that was occurring to you. And that was fairly recent in your past. But it looks like you have moved along. It may be sometimes still lingering, but all in all, you have moved forward from this problematic time. Okay, so that's really good. So let's look at your subconscious. How's your subconscious doing? What's going on there? Okay, those pentacles keep coming up. Okay, so you get the Two of Pentacles inverted. So it looks like the past still has a little bit of an influence on you. And it has something to do with not being able, you misplacing your priorities a little bit, okay? You're not really able to handle multiple things at the same time. There's an inability to maintain balance, and like I said, the misplaced priorities, okay? And that's something that's weighing on your subconscious, because you know that that's happening, but I feel like you don't know how to really correct this behavior. And I think that's the problem right now, okay? So something is still giving you a little bit of anxiety. Could be this thing from the past. Could also be something that's currently going on. I'm almost leaning towards that too. Yeah, but something is still concerning you. Let's look at your secret wishes and desires, okay? Okay. The Moon inverted. Something is going on. This is all, I think this is all, either this is all the same thing or it's all connected. It's like you're avoiding reality. It's there's strange forces, delusional thoughts, lies, and despair. And it seems like you're trapped in there, and you're really wishing and hoping that you could somehow break free from whatever this influence is on you that has you all mixed up in your head a little bit. So that's what you're trying to figure out what it is, and you're trying to break free from this kind of a spell. You know, I'm not saying somebody put a spell on you, nothing like that, but you know, you're in some kind of thing. Could have something to do with a person. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. That is the infidelity here that happened in your recent past. And then this here, the despair, or it's avoiding reality, strange forces, delusional thoughts, lies, and despair. Okay, yeah, that's spot on pretty much. Okay, so now we're going to look at your hidden forces, forces that drive you that you're not quite consciously aware of. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, Four of Cups. Okay, so despite these things that are kind of troubling you, you are really looking to the future, and there is a bright outlook, better times ahead of you. Okay, and this is something that drives you. The thought about that, new hopes and dreams. This is a force that drives you. You are not holding back because of this problem with this person, but you're still holding on to your own dreams, your own hopes, and that is something that's really forceful within you, and it's driving you forward. Okay, so that's really good. So your hidden forces is in a good place, exactly pretty much how you need to be. Okay, now let's look at events yet to come. Okay, oh, I love that. That is awesome. The Hierophant. That is literally my favorite card of all time in this deck. So this is so in your future it will be serenity. Okay, it will be divine inspiration, mercy, and you will be in complete control over your spiritual needs, conformity. Your future is looking really bright. You will be very serene. You will be very much leveled and in control of your own fate, and in control of your own emotions and thoughts and everything. So your future is looking really good. So I'm glad we get that. So do not be alarmed. Moving forward, good things on the horizon. Okay, now how is your environment influencing you? Let's check on that. Okay, Nine of Cups here. Okay, so again, looks like the financially in a good place. Your environment has you very stable financially. It's a material success, overall well-being, abundant pleasures, and choices. Okay, so your environment has you in a really good spot, on a really good level. So whatever this may be in your home, this may be your friends, this may be your workplace, wherever you know that this is, stay there. This is a good place where you find yourself, and it is really optimal. You have support, your money is good, everything just around you is really in a good place, under control. There's nothing crazy, so that's good. So let's look at the people in your close environment. Let's see how they make you feel. Okay, all right, the Four of Swords. Okay, so that's a little trickier one given the place that this card is in. Okay, so I see. So the people around you, they make you feel energized. They make you feel re-energized. They make you feel rested, and they make you feel like you can be yourself, but invertly. Like you're able to be a little bit more inverted, and you're able to exile yourself a little bit more. Like, a little tricky to explain, but they are making you feel good all around. Okay, they're helping you pretty much to think and to go within yourself. Okay, so that's really good. The people around you good, environment good, future good, financial matters good, your forces, your hidden forces very good, bright new outlook. Okay, so now let's look at your spirituality. What can we see there? Okay, like I always tell people, it happens pretty much every time. As a Two of Wands inverted. Now, your spirituality is very closely related and connected to your subconscious. Okay, those two go oftentimes hand in hand, and as they usually do in my readings, this is going hand in hand again. So you're having a little bit of an issue spiritually. There's a little bit of an inability to think creatively, divided attention, separation, dysfunction. Thinking that's because of this problem, maybe because of this person there that you said lied to you, that this is causing you to feel completely like centered in a way where you can let your spirituality unfold, and you can do these things that you want to do. So you're not really in a completely clear mind, right? So everything is good with you, but your mind is very clouded by this feeling, by this problem that occurred or is occurring. Okay, so but it's not horrible or anything like that. It's just momentarily is not really perfect. Okay, so now let's look at your final outcome. Hopefully it will tell us what this person feels about you and everything, but I cannot guarantee that it will tell me that. Okay. This is like a weird. So this is the Hanged Man inverted. Okay. So ultimately, what this means, all in all, it's something. I'm trying to figure out how to connect it to. All right, so it's not really telling about that person, how they feel about you, but it is telling about the influence this person has on you, and this person is making you feel, is making you waste time. There's lack of progress and feeling stalled in life, because it seems like you're not really, you're there's a strong force within you that's looking forward, but you're not doing it. You're not really going forward because of this person. So this person is just kind of holding you back, okay, to be honest with you. Oh. Yeah, that looks to me like this is not an ideal situation. My my advice would really be to focus really on your. Hello, Possessed, Lil Possessed. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for following. So my advice would be, what I'm really seeing here is that you yourself are really a good person. You're doing the right things in your life, all in all. But I see that the thought of this person is holding you back from what you really need to be doing. So my suggestion is, it seems you have really good surroundings. You have a very good environment around you. You have good friends around you. You have a good head on your shoulders. You're looking to the future. The future is looking bright for you. You're doing the right thing right now when it comes to how you share yourself and your wealth with others. So I really think, and the inverted thought here, that's also happening, which is good. So I really suggest that you hold on to these things, stay in your environment, hold on to these friends or family members or coworkers, whatever is holding you up, and focus on that. Focus on yourself. Focus on your divine inspiration and mercy that you will have, that this person you will grow into and become. I would no longer really waste any energy on this person that you were inquiring about. Okay, so that's just my suggestion looking at your reading here. So, well, I hope this was a little bit helpful, Melody. I hope you can resonate with this. And I really hope that everything will work out for you, all your endeavors, So that concludes you here today. You're welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for subscribing and choosing me. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel very humble and grateful that you chose me to do that, and and I really hope that things can work out for you. I wish you really the best, and come back anytime. Even if you just want to talk about this thing, and if you're looking for advice, you don't always have to get a reading, because I read also without the cards. The cards just really help me to narrow it down a lot. But you can come in anytime, and just, if you need anything, you can come in the stream and you just talk your heart out if you like, okay? And I wish you good luck, and stick with your friends and family. Shit. Alright, little possessed. Sounds good. Tell me, is there anything in particular that you want to know about? Ugh. Because there's a final outcome card that can potentially talk about a specific topic that, Oh, wait a minute. You redeemed the 3-card reading. There's no love, of course. Well, okay. Then that's fine. Love, huh? Love is in the air. I don't know anything about that. I don't know nothing about this except for that creature back there and my other 10 creatures. Sweetie! I love you, sweetie! 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 You love me? Okay, good. I want to make sure, sweetie cans. You're my good girl. You're my fluffy lion girl. Sorry, my cat's my lion queen, right, sweetie? I love you, sweetie. You're so cute. You tired, sweetie cans? She's so funny. All right. I think this is good. Let's see what we can see. Thank you, I guess. Knight of Swords. Oh. Brash. Knight of Swords. Okay, so there's something. Sorry, I have to kind of something about being really rash. I haven't had this card in a while. Not going to lie about this. Brave but rash. A hero, quick to respond and take action, tactless. Has nothing to do with your question of love so far. We still got 2 cards, but yeah. So there's something about you yourself. Oh my God, I gotta let her out real quick. She's going to get angry if I don't. Sweetie, come on. I know you want to go. I'm doing it. I'm coming. Okay. All right. Yeah. So something about that. Quick to respond, a hero. So you can be very heroic in your actions, but you can also be a little bit rash when reacting. Okay. So I think this is really just kind of describing your character as you have come newly into this room here. Let's move forward. Indeed. 7 of Wands. Okay, so looks like finding your way through something. There's something that was going on, and you're beating the odds, and you're coming out better on the other end, triumphantly, okay? Like a victory over all competition, and you won some sort of fight, battle or struggle, and, it's like you went through a labyrinth, and you came out on the other end. The moon guided you, and you were able to overcome this. May have been the situation with love, but I don't think so. I think it's just something else in your life that you overcame, and that was a big thing. It was a long journey, and that you finally put behind you, okay? So let's move on. I don't know. This is the last card. I don't know. Oh! Yeah, and the last card is definitely about romance, but not in a good way. It's the Four of Wands inverted. And this is talking about divorce, separation, and insecure home life. This does not necessarily have to do with a romantic relationship with anybody, but it has definitely something to do with somebody that's close to you in some way. Could be romantically related, could also not be. Okay, so, yeah, but there's definitely some kind of family strife there at home. So, yeah, in love, I don't see anything about that. Didn't come up. Not something that's part of your life in any way right now. In that sense. So it seems. Totally love. No, I don't know. It's not. Just couldn't see it now. That doesn't mean it just didn't show up in the reading. So that just means that it's not something that your energy is really protruding right now, or anyone around you in a sense is protruding this energy that it would occur, but these things can shift in an instant. That's just how it is right now for you. But yeah, I wish you good luck in your endeavors. Just, Yeah, I know the feeling. Trust me. It is. It makes you really doubt. Yeah, it makes you really think like, wow, makes you think many things. Makes you put you in a weird place mentally and emotionally. I understand that feeling. But you just gotta move forward. What else can you do? I always tell people, if you just give up on life itself, then you miss any and all opportunity to see if anything could have been different. You got your whole life to find out if something can change. And then when the end comes naturally, then you can say, okay, well, I tried. Nothing, and if it's still not, you can say, okay, nothing worked. At least I lived my whole life and I didn't give up and I tried and nothing happened. So now I go, My nose is plugged up. Yeah, so I'm very sorry about that. But, like I said, you're not the only one, so that sometimes can make somebody feel better too, to know that they're not the only one, So... forcing anything would never be a good idea. So I suggest you just keep living. I don't know if you have ads now or not. Yeah, so I would just really suggest just, do whatever it is that you always do, go to work and spend your time doing the things that you like to do, whatever this may be, maybe any kind of art form, or maybe a sport, or maybe just watching a show or read, or whatever it is that you like to do, and just invest your time doing it. That's all you can do. And if you really want to find somebody, then you got to get out there. You got to go and meet people. That's my problem. Like, I really don't have ever the opportunity to meet any people, so that holds me back too, but if you do, then I really suggest to go, out into the world and meet people. And then immediately the chances go up of you potentially meeting somebody, that you could be with, so. My cat, she's out there. Sweetie! Don't do that, sweetie. Don't cry. She's so ridiculous. Because that's what I do. I spend my time doing, reading. Oftentimes I read like 3 books at the same time. I'm looking input. I'm reading, or I'm watching a show. It's like on my days off, I like to read or I paint. I haven't really painted a lot as of late because, but on my days off, I really like to read. And the days that I work, I like to. I'm tired after work, so I come home and then I watch something, on the. No. I mean, no. Not at all. I haven't been, and like I can't even remember the last time I felt that feeling. Oh, well, actually I can't remember. Last time I felt that feeling was in June when I was on stage performing live. That's the only time that happens. Because it's like, there are days where I'm content. Yeah, there are days where I'm content. And I can say, like, I have everything I need, my bills are paid, and, and everything is okay. Everybody's healthy, and, but, like, I wouldn't even really know what that feels like. I can't even say it. Isn't that crazy? I can't even say it. That word. Because I don't. Sweetie, stop. Please. Wow. She's ridiculous. Yeah, so. But, when you really think about it, would an actual, like, romantic partner, could it help the happiness? Then I think to myself, it's like, if that's the case, then now you're not actually happy. Now it's another person that would make you feel happy. You know what I mean? And it's not actually you being happy from the inside on your own, but you being with somebody is making you happy. And then that's wrong too. That's not how it should. What? Well, I mean, there are things, like, if my immigration could get sorted out, if I could actually have a normal immigration status here in this country. So because then I could travel back home to see my family, then I could, you know, well, I guess it is really, it has to do a lot with the financial means. I don't have a vehicle, and this is related because I don't have a license, and this is because I don't have a set immigration status here. I cannot get a driver's license. I had a driver's license, but then I don't have it anymore because it expired, and my sponsor didn't help me renew the paperwork. So so most of my endeavors are, my bad endeavors are because I don't have my immigrational status in order. Because if I did, then I would actually be able to go to college, get a really good job, be able to make a good amount of money, and then, I could, technically work more at my job that I do now, but it is mentally very, it's a very harsh thing, my job, for me mentally, and I've been doing this for so long, and I'm really just trying to work there as little as I can just to pay my bills. But I just got a shift taken away from me, which is ridiculous because I'm like, I do my job every day the same. I come there on time. My performance never lacks. It's always the same. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I slept 2 hours because I couldn't sleep, or I slept 8. Like, they would never know the difference in me. And still, it's because my boss doesn't like me, but it doesn't matter. So now I'm struggling financially even more because he did that, and it's like, okay, hard to find another job without having an actual ID. Okay, so I got lucky there, but with this current job now, but how lucky am I gonna get with another one? I live in Florida. Central Florida. So, yeah, so what would make me happy would be, for instance, to be able to go and at least see my father's grave. I could not even see my father. I hadn't seen my father. Oh, you live in Florida too? Oh, wow. Well, I have a job. I mean, I'm a waitress. That's what I've done for 17 years. I would love to get a job as an artist, or even, I'm a very fast typer, and I can translate, language, German and a little bit of Serbian. My grammar is excellent, especially in writing. Oh, okay. So you are literally an hour from me. You're an hour away, an hour south from where I am. But any job like that, any job that I would prefer over the job that I have now, does not pay what I get paid now. I make between like $22 to $25 an hour, basically, at my like my paycheck plus my tips. If I were to add it up percentage wise, like, it's about $25 that I make, and no secretary job or anything like that would pay $25 an hour. No, they'll pay like $10 an hour, and that's not even. I would have to work 60 to 80 hours to be able to make what I make now, working not even 20 hours. So it's really just like, what do you say? How do you say it in English? Like, how do they say that? Like, take the good with the bad, or which is the bad, the worst. The worst evil. So it's just more ideal for me to do that. Not to mention I don't have a car, so I have an electric bike that I use, and my job is, it takes me 5 minutes to get there on my electric bike. Luckily, the best of the worst. That's it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. And like I said, serving is the worst thing. People always talk about retail. No, that does not even compare to the abuse, and it really is abuse that we waitresses have to endure, especially the female waitresses. Lesser of two, the best of the worst. Lesser of the two evils. Yeah. I talked about this the other day. So, I mean, ideally, I would love to be a performer. I would love to just perform. I said this. I would love to just play 3 shows every week, like because I know people only come out for live shows, like music concerts. They go on like Friday and Saturday mainly, but I would even play 4. I'd say I play Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, just performing shows, live shows. That would be something I would love to. If I could do that and live off of that, then I already said, like, you would never hear me complain. I would probably not even really complain. I would always be sad and depressed about it in the back of my head about my immigration, but there would still be a sense of happiness, I think. I really think, like, that feeling is so like euphoric to me, to perform live on stage for people. It's nothing better. And then secondly would be like painting. All these paintings here, I paint those myself. If I could sit just for like 8 hours a day, 5 days a week or whatever, and just paint and get paid $25 an hour to paint, then to me, I have made it. You know, I know my mom would be proud, because there wasn't many things that my mom believed in me that I did, but she believed in my ability to be a good artist. So, you know, she would always want me to be a doctor or something like that, of course, you know, like academically, you know, really highly educated. That was always her thing, because that's what she was. But she would be very proud if I was like a successful artist, you know. Yeah, but, you know, whatever. I just paint. I paint all my time when I don't work, and try to produce paintings that maybe one day, a professional art dealer. I don't know how that stuff even works. I don't know. I applied at a gallery. I sent 3 paintings in. I wrote a nice thing, and I never got a response. It was like, I don't know, a year ago or something, just to try it out, to see. You know, they warned me, you might never hear anything from us, or it's going to take a long time. And I said, it doesn't cost me anything, so I'm going to try. But, I keep producing paintings that maybe one day the guy or, woman will find and say, this, can be put in a gallery, and this is a talented artist. We can hire her, and she can be very successful, and I can have my things in a gallery, and people can look at it, and, people can dissect it, and I can, I don't know. Yeah, if I can make a living that way, that would be a miracle. I think it'd be a miracle. I don't think that it would be, yeah. Yeah, so or even, even if I could be a translator, that would be awesome. If I could utilize, a lot of people, they tell me that, a lot of people are like, why are you waitressing? Customers that I have, they're mostly old people, because I live in the retirement community here. So they will always ask me, like, what, you speak 3 languages and you do all this stuff, and you're here? Like, you could be working for the UN, or you could be doing this and this. And it's like, I can't say anything. It's all because of my immigration. If it weren't for my immigration problems, I would be in school. And I wouldn't be in a college. I would be in a university. I would study so hard and fight so hard that I would try to be in a university. that's another thing. My brain is always like, I have nothing. That's why I read just on my own so much, because that's the only thing that kind of gets my brain a little bit going, as soon as I do that. But when it's always in like, how do you say that, in like neutral, and my brain's not working, then it's like pent up, that I cannot use my brain for anything. It's just sitting here like bored. And painting doesn't really take my brain. That's just something that you do. And even making music, for instance, when I record music, then I have to kind of think, because I have to really be on timing. There's certain things, requirements that my brain has to now do. I have to think. And as much as it's tedious work, which I don't enjoy, I enjoy the feeling of it, because I have to think and concentrate and focus, and I have to use my brain. And then to do that, and then at the end, when it's like mastered and the CD comes out, then I can really look at the product and say, my brain actually went into this. I actually used my brain to do this. But when I live perform, I have to think, but it's kind of like, it's more the muscle memory, and then it's more just like the expression. I express myself. I always tell people when they say, oh, you put all this paint, you guys put this paint, and a lot of people don't understand the culture of the genre that we play, black metal, and it's like, people don't understand, when I'm on stage, the way I look on stage, what I do on stage, that is my ultimate self. That is my ultimate self right there. This is the facade, really, right? And then when I'm on stage, this is the real me. That's where I feel free then. In that moment, I actually feel freedom. I feel like I can fly over the world, I don't know. It sounds... You guys probably think I'm so stupid. So it's such a hopeless romantic poet or something, I am, but that's okay. But I'm hard, too. Don't forget it. Yeah. Yeah. The faces of the people. When I'm on stage, I look at them closely. Many entertainers, they always talk about how they look past the people. When I watch other bands, I see them look past the people. They don't look at them. I look right at the people. I look at them, and because I want to see. And the expressions are always the same, and they give me really this satisfactory feeling, because they are. It's like the crowd is like split into like 3 types of people every time that I see them. It's the people that are really loving this stuff, right? The hyped up metalheads, they're in the front, they're like, yeah, they're screaming, they love it, they're just hyped up, woo, whistling, doing all that. Perfect, right? Cannot say it, it's perfect. Then you have the people that are like, literally, you see their jaw drop when we perform, and they're just like, is it fear? Are they completely amazed? I cannot know, but we are making an impression on them. And then you have the critical people that stand there at first. They're just standing there. But then at some point, you start seeing them. They're getting in it. And always the good reactions. And I always can tell, there were maybe a couple of times where this didn't happen, where people went away at some point. Maybe 1 or 2 times I've noticed this when we were performing. But I can kind of blame the genre that we play on that. Not our performance, because my guys do a wonderful performance. We do not make mistakes. We are, almost militant in our performance. But most of the time people come further toward the stage, toward us. They want to see more. They want to come closer. And, yeah. It's the best. It's the best. And then when people come up to you and they're just amazed and say, wow, I told Florida Metal in the car the other day about how this guy that's been like following us for years, and then finally he got to meet us, and he was like acting, he was like meeting his most favorite boy group. You know what I mean? Like he was so like scared, he didn't even want to come up to us, and then my past guitar player pulled him over. It's like, come on, and we signed his CD, and it's such a feeling. It's like I look at these people and I look at them like they are born of a golden egg or something. I don't know. That probably doesn't make sense. But yeah, it's like, because they look at like at me or at us, that right, that was good, it feels so beautiful. And it's like because they look at us, so they look at us like we're so special, and the way they treat us with such humble, and they're so respectful, and then there's probably also an intimidation if there's such a fan and stuff. That immediately, this energy is like this reverse energy, and then immediately my energy is like, I look at them, like I said, they come from a golden egg, like they are the ones. I look at them, and I want to hold them and say, I thank you for thinking this way of us, of my band, or of oftentimes, of course, because I'm the front person, like you, right? It's you're the fucking vocalist, and you're the fucking da 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 da, and it's the same, like I'm like, no, you are the one. You're the one. You come here to me. You come to see me. You come to listen to me. You come to follow me. You spend your money to come and see me. That's why I will never understand like celebrities and shit that get shitty with their fans. And I'm not talking, sometimes you have a bad day, even celebrities, and they're like, guys, leave me alone with the paparazzi. I can understand that. I can know the difference. But some of these celebrities, I hear these stories, and I see the video footages and stuff. They're fucking assholes. They treat their fans like fucking, like shit. And it's like, do you even understand that like, what these people, some of these people, they probably have nothing. They're completely lonely in life. They are depressed. They have nothing. And they put on your movie or they put on your music to make them feel better. And what you produce, what you as an artist create, is all that makes them feel better. To take that in them makes them feel better. That's huge. You save their life, maybe on a daily basis. Some people, I read this all the time. People talk about, about certain musicians or something, say, your music saved my life, because I listened to your music, I have not, myself. You're saving lives of people. What better feeling is there? What better feeling is there that I can make it sound a little bit more vicious too, but it's like, in a sense, you have like a control over the people in that way. And when you have that, you can make perfect things happen in the world. When you can influence people and you can influence them into the right way, then things would be, if we can all do that, all influencers in the world, be it celebrities, musicians, artists of any sort, we influence the people in the right way, what do you think would happen in this world? Animals would stop dying, our environment would stop deteriorating, things, wars wouldn't happen, deaths, people just dying, getting killed, religious persecution, all of these, all of the negative shit we could completely extinguish. I mean, we're human, we're not robots. It will always be, but we could really put a big damper on that shit if we could fucking pull up all of ourselves by the bootstraps and fucking do some shit, But whatever. I'm just rambling now. But yeah, so that's what I think. I think never to use things that are given to you, or because people are born with talent in them, right? Some people have it, some people don't. And I truly believe that. Some people have it and they have to work less than the other people. But then think about the people that don't have the talent. They work double, triple, quadruple the amount to get the same result as the person with the talent, okay? So it's like, thank you. So it's like, if you're talented in any way, then you have to really be humble about that, because you were born with a gift from your ancestors. This is trickled down from your ancestors. And maybe I don't know, Flora Metal, because I think the same about clairvoyance. I think that every one of us has it somewhere deep in us. We just, most of us don't awaken it. Most of us try to keep our minds busy with other things in life instead of actually focusing inwardly on ourselves and how to awaken these talents and these spiritual properties that we have inherited in our blood, in our DNA from our ancestors, and that we should really use. And some people are still to this day very oppressed by other people in their life, but parents, or whatever it is, that they're scared, or they really just can't. But that's why whenever somebody orders something, merchandise, for instance, from my band, and I send it out, I'm usually the one that sends it out. I always write a note, a personal note to the person that bought the merchandise. And I do understand that at some point, if you ever become some as big as like Metallica or somebody like that, you won't be able to answer all the fan mail. You will need hired people that will answer the mail, and then these certain special things, they won't be able to really happen in that sense anymore, but until that time comes, you should still try, and I always do, because we might probably will never be like that, but if I perform for another 30-40 years, and we will never be bigger than what we are now, then I will always write these notes. I will never stop doing that, and these, I try to write encouraging words, and I try to really thank people for listening, understanding, and following the message of what I'm trying to send out, my band is trying to send out, and that without them we'd be nothing. I mean, we are nothing, but we are a little bit because of them. We are a little bit. And the more people that come, the more we become. And that's what people need to understand. Yeah, you can always make music, perform music by yourself in your own home for your joy. That's your own thing. But when it comes to touching the world, you need people to enjoy your music, understand your message, share it, take it in, follow it, and share it with others, If you ever, that's just how it is. And I'm not the type of person that sits here and I want everybody in the world to like us. No, because not everybody in the world will ever like us, because we are still extremists in our sense, in what we produce, and what is our message. We are purists and we're extremists. And especially anybody in an indoctrinated religion, Christian based religion, will never come to terms with what we have to say, because it is all of the heathen origin. It's all heidnische Dinge. We would say in German, like heathen things that we, dancing naked in the rain, I'm just saying, whatever. They will never come to terms, and they will never follow us, But that's not the majority of the world. And that these peoples will become less throughout time, not more. The people of our sort will become more, because the free thinking people, the people that are, to say woke, and they make fun of it, but the people that are awake, and the people that are conscious, and that the people that are cognitive of what is happening around them, these are the survivors. These will be the survivors. These will be the part of the natural selection, like Darwin's theory of evolution. They will be there. The rest will become rotted out, because they limit themselves with their religion. If they do not harm others, they harm themselves by limiting themselves by rules given by some fictitious figure, and it is a shame. And it will be the apocalypse for millions of these people. And it will be a silent and slow one, but it will happen. These religions will become rotted out. And the religions of mental freedom will be on the top, which, atheism, that is the belief in basically science. There's no belief in God in atheism. There's a belief in scientific facts. Pagans, because it's a free belief. There's no doctrine. There's no rules that you have to follow. No, there are only rituals that connect us to our gods and ancestors. Satanism, the belief in yourself. These people will really strive to go forward, because they really know that all the power comes from in here. Everything they produce, everything they do, every choice they make, from in here and in here. There's nobody else responsible. These type of religions or non-religions. Because when it comes to the actions that these religions require, for lack of a better term, these things that you do, that you perform, or that you don't do in these religions, is all based on logic. On logic, human action. This is never based on, you must just believe. You must disregard any kind of fact. You just have to believe. That is a complete, that is so, that's like luring a little child off of a cliff with some candy, saying you just gotta believe. You just gotta believe that when you cross this cliff, when you fall, God will save you. Isn't that not a horrific thought? These are grown people. People with children. People with grandchildren. And they will say, you just believe in God. The children will get raped, beaten. God has a plan. The Christian God that loves everybody has a plan. No. At least in the pagan religion, we can admit, the gods can be very vicious. They're very human, very vicious. And we do not sit here and say our gods love everybody. No. They work how they work. Most of the time, they don't even remember that we're here anyway. But it is, horrific thought. And I will never be okay with this. I will never be okay with any. I can't. For the better of myself, of my own family, of if I ever have a child, which I doubt will happen, but if I ever did, my child will be as far as possible from any sort like this. I mean, I will probably not even. I mean, I don't know. I cannot speak so much because, I don't know how it would be to have a child, like how it would feel then. But I can think logically there will be no. It will be very similar to how my mother raised me, and it's total freedom. You believe what you want. Believe in whatever you want. But if I ever had a child, I would really try to make sure that I would probably get them homeschooled. I do not believe in this area where I'm at here. If I would have to. That's another thing. I can technically not really have a kid because I am not financially stable at all for that. Because I would want my child to have the best education possible, but free from religion. And that would require really private school that is a non-religious, or homeschooling, and this is a very expensive endeavor, so it's like, okay. Now, in order to have my child still socialize with other children, be enrolled in some sort of athletic activity or whatever, music, whatever the child would be seemingly interested in, but I could not let my child here in a public school. It's impossible. It is littered with this disgusting, I don't know, mind manipulation, and then these same students go around and they come in there and they shoot everybody to death, including my kid. I could never be a parent. I've seen what a real parent is. My mother was a real parent. Many people on this planet claim they are good parents and they're real parents. No. Most people on this planet are not good parents. They're really not. I see it every day. Talk to people every day. They tell me about what they do with their kids, how they treat their kids. I see what they do with their kids, how they treat their kids. No. They never think about their kids. They think about themselves. They think about their own, picture that they bring to other people, their own, and they never actually look into the child's eyes, look into the child, and actually have completely selfless and unconditional love for this little human. They don't. So I'm very, I hate using that word, but blessed in a sense with my mother, the mother I had, because I don't know anybody really in my close area that had a mother like me, which is sad, really, that speaks of their mother like I do, that can tell the stories of their mother that I can, I can literally say, almost have seen my mother rip her own shirt off of her back for me, my brother, and lived through death multiple times for me. My brother literally was dead multiple times and come back, and I know it was because of me, my brother. Why else would she come back? She would have just died, so I have a good example. I would be a good mom, I think. Now, on a lighter note, I do imagine if I ever had a little girl that was kind of like me, I would give her little ponytails here, and I would put her in skull shirts, and I would... No, I would. Probably like little cartoon skull shirts, right? Like a little shirt with like a cartoon skull and stuff. Get him used to the early, right? Death will come soon, little child. Oh, see? Never say that. But yeah. Yeah, maybe. I'd like to think so. My mom said I would be. One day she told me that. She said, you'd be a way better mom than me. She said that to me, and I was like, what? There's no better mom than you. What are you talking about? But it is so that it was also something that my parents both taught me, that it's like the parents always try to do better for the kids than what they had, right? So as generations go, it will keep getting better and better, you know? That would be awesome. I like being auntie and stuff. Yeah, and you know, stepmom. I was stepmom multiple times. And I love being stepmom. I love it because I love these kids and I can play with them and we can do everything. And I am also responsible for them, yes, but like really responsible, not 100%. That's mom. Like, all right, you're going to see your mom. I don't have to. Your mom will do all that. I'm not your mom. I'm just your stepmom. Yeah. That's why, you know, that's one of those things I can know. Like I've never had beef with the baby mamas of the boyfriends that I had. Not in that sense. Never when it comes to the kids. You know, they were like jelly or whatever that I was now with their guy or, you know, stuff like that. But when it came to the kids, like, I literally, my ex-boyfriend, like, literally his ex-wife would drop off the boys to me at the house. Like, reluctantly, you know, and give me their backpacks. He's like, how are you? And I'm like, good, how are you? And she's like, all right, I'll be back to pick them up on Monday. All right, see you later. You know, and people trust me because they know. Like, I will fucking, these children, as soon as they're in my area, no, nobody can do anything to them. Nothing. It's impossible. I bet you $100 on it. I don't have $100. So. But, yeah, I think I'm done rambling for tonight, guys. I think I'm going to get out of here. But nice stream. Thank you guys for listening on my stuff here. Thank you for people coming in to get their readings here. That was really awesome. I'm glad. Thank you, Florida Metal, for being here and subscribing. Thank you for that. Thank you, Kenjin, for being here. Appreciate it. Confidential Melody, thank you for coming. That was awesome. Thank you for following. Oh, and subscribing. Yes, thank you. And then who else we had? Then we had Lil Possessed, of course. Lil Possessed, thank you so much for being here, for asking me these questions, maybe embarrassing myself talking about him, but I thank you for coming in. Thank you for following. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun, and I'm really grateful for you guys. As usual, I appreciate it. I really kind of. I've been in a little bit of a rut lately, you know, up here a little bit. So I feel like this made me feel a lot better. Just kind of like venting some stuff out to you guys. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Probably not that long, but it helps a little bit. I can feel it. I just gotta hold on to that little sliver. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys so much for always coming and being so supportive of me and understanding and really kind of following. You know, it seems like you guys are following what I'm putting down. You know, so. So I'll be back again on, wait a minute, Friday. Yep, I'll be back on Friday. Friday? Yeah, Friday. Today's Tuesday, Friday. Yes, and until then, I say, you know, don't forget to mourn those in spiritual turmoil. They need us. They haven't found the path yet, and I appreciate you guys. Thank you. And until then, I say tschüss, Zdravo and bye.